Hello, I'm back. I have been gone out of the country for a bit and was not able to work on these or finish them for about 2.5 weeks. I had committed to a journal swap when I came back from being away, and so there's been a gap in time since my last Craft With Me process video. So I do apologize for that, and I do thank you for catching back up with me. Here are my two babies, my Ballet babies, and they're very much the same inside. The covers are different. One is silk, beaded and sequined silk, and one is the velvet, beautiful Victorian velvet from a bundle by Sheila Gingrich at Boho Daydreams, if anyone else is interested. And you get the trims to go with it, and you can also order these beautiful beads from her. So I've used some of those and incorporated them into both of these. Let's start with this one here on the right. This has a Dupioni silk cover, like I said, gold threads, beading, sequins, pearls. It's absolutely beautiful, and it does kind of catch on a few things here. We've got a coordinating sari silk tie that comes with the velvet package, and what I put on here is a card. I've backed it with some white Craft X so that it's very stiff and sturdy. I found some beautiful ballet charms on Amazon, stitched around, of course, the whole thing. And I've got vintage buttons. And then this is the back side. It's just so detailed that I didn't need to do anything else to it. Absolutely love it. Very pleased with the way it turned out. So it's 2 signatures. Each signature has, I think, about 56 page sides, so 112 altogether, and tons of vintage lace. Lots and lots and lots of vintage lace on both of them. Some modern lace, but most of it is vintage, and then pockets, of course. Inside we've got, I chose a floral, just a cotton kind of print, and it's very soft fabric. And then some lace pockets on the side. If you followed along with my tutorial series, I showed you how I do the fabric cards and all the pages and everything. So I'll maybe try and keep this just as a flip through. And what I've added since then is, of course, charms. And the kits that I used, I think I used 3 or 4 kits. I will detail them in the description below. And here we go. Beautiful vintage lace tuck spot and a card, journaling card, script page, tea-dyed papers, of course. And my baby's awake. Yikes, that wasn't a very long nap. See if I can continue for a bit here. I just made a little pocket pouchy thing out of a faux envelope back, and this is the felt covered cardstock that I thought coordinated so lovely with this journal series. A small page, beautiful trim here, and a pocket library card. Some stamping on the back of a little flower fairy. And you can open this up and write inside it as well for extra journaling space. On the right side, we've got some of my shimmer misted paper in the pink. I make my own recipe and then spray the papers with it after they're tea dyed. I find it gives it a better color. The paper pads I used were Stamperia Passion. Line journal page here, journaling card. The lovely paper doll Ballerina is from Renee Bouquets and stamped on the back with Follow Your Dreams. Some stenciling and some script stamping. And one of my favorite sheets, just printed out from one of the kits. Extra journaling space. I just love this page. I love this silk ribbon threaded through the eyelet lace there. Vintage music paper, tea-dyed tracing paper, vintage lace pocket, and a lovely charm with roses. Lots of roses, of course, in this ballet theme. And a little half a page with some gorgeous trim. That's my baby. I gotta stop. All right, let's continue. This beautiful beaded trim, it's kind of like a rose gold with the tulle. That is from Sheila as well at Boho Daydreams. Absolutely stunning. I had to order more because I just fell in love with it. We've got a little tiny envelope here with a kind of a fake seal on there. All I do is do some dry embossing on gold, metallic gold paper, and then punch out circles, 1-inch circles. Little ballet slipper stamped on the back. And that just sits in there. On this side of the page, we've just got some beautiful script. I guess that's Italian. And some pretty pink tulle. That is from Rene Bouquet's. Some stenciling, some script stamping. And here we've got a long tag stamped on the back. Life is art. Paint your dreams, sing your songs, enjoy the dance. And just an over the page black paper doily, a blush colored pink die cut doily, and another one of the Ballerina fairies from Rene Bouquet's. And I've attached a little holographic star here. I love these images. They're so muted. The colors are just absolutely beautiful. We've got some trim down here and a tag and a journaling card. Lace pocket and a lace tag with some chiffon ribbon and one of the acrylic die cuts from Stamperia. Little tuck spot stamped with a rose on the back. Tag that I made out of music paper and some of the acrylic die cuts. Well, one die cut and one of the paper dolls from Tim Holtz. Stamped on the back with "You're Pretty Awesome." Some more stamping here. And just these, you know, the click ones. It says dance. The alphabet letters. And roses on the back. Some beautiful rose stenciling. Some pink blush colored trim. And another little tuck spot with a journaling card. One of the tags that I made with the embellished textiles. And an image from one of the kits stamped on the back and stitched all around. This is vintage velvet here, this pocket. I've also got some black fibers, that's a tag topper, some lace, and a little ballerina charm. The other side of the shorter page, stamped with the word dance, and a pair of ballet slippers. Some sari silk ruffle there. Stenciling, script stamping, some lace with ribbon run through it. Here's some of the, what I call the lingerie lace, vintage lace. It's absolutely gorgeous. Stamped with a rose. And I love the way these stagger, these pages. Here's a tag that I made using some of the Tim Holtz paper dolls and some vintage ribbon up here and just some pink ribbon. I have it right here actually. Clearance from Joann's, love it. Stamped on the back with a rose. And this is vintage lace as well. tracing paper, tea-dyed music paper. Beautiful, beautiful. Very thin. I don't know if it's organza or what it is, but it's absolutely beautiful vintage lace. And on this side we've got a tag made out of the embellished textiles. One of my die cuts, a doily die cut out of some pink metallic paper image from one of the kits, and the word gorgeous stamped on the back and stitched all around. And a cute little dress form, ballet dress charm. And this is decoupage tag from the Stamperia race paper. Beautiful vintage lace. One of the tags from the kit, stamped with a floral heart. Some vintage lace here on the right in a blush pink color, stamping. I love these shorter little pages, they're so sweet. This is some more of what I'm calling lingerie lace, vintage lace. It is just so stunning, and I didn't want to hang anything from it because it's quite fragile. And a tag made out of some pink lace and scrapbooking paper on the back, and stamped with some pretty flowers from Heartfelt Creations. And then I've added a black paper doily and an image from the kit, topped it with some lovely chiffon lace, a ribbon, and a pocket here, and one of the tags that I made in one of the videos, just using scrapbook paper, black paper doily, and an image from the kits, stamped on the back with a vintage dress. Looks like a wedding dress. That's the end of the first signature. On to the second of the first journal. I do leave quite a bit of space in between because I like the way they lie flat when I do that. That way you can manage them if you're going to be writing in them. They're very usable, and I prefer that. I just like the way they sit. I don't like the alligator mouth thing, if you can at all avoid it. The second signature has a beautiful piece of vintage lace, one of Sheila's amazing bead dangles, just so beautiful, and a tag made with some of her embellished textiles with music paper, scrapbook paper underneath it, and an image from the kit stamped on the back with the word Natural Beauty. Those are Prima stamps. I love this script page, one of the digital images from the kit. Here's another sweet little tag, backed with music paper and some pink lace. And I attached one of the images by stitching it on, added a charm, some sari silk, and stitched all around, stamped the word beautiful. This is vintage lace pocket, or a vintage napkin. And this is just modern lace here, some stamping of a rose. And one of the smaller pages here with just some lovely trim. And one of the tags from the kit with some stamping. These open out so you can have extra journaling space. Some of my shimmer paper with some beautiful vintage lace. And same with the pocket. Gorgeous blush colored vintage lace. One of the tags I did with some more embellished fabric and a Tim Holtz paper doll. Stamped on the back with "You're Pretty Awesome" and stitched all the way around. Here's another fold-out piece. Can be used for extra journaling space. I really do love these images. They're gorgeous. And this beautiful vintage eyelet lace that is in a beige color. I didn't tea-dye, it came that way. Some of them do, and I love the black stitching with it too. Little charm of a ballerina using a pink ball pin. Here I've got a narrower page laced with some blush colored seam binding and stamped on the inside for extra journaling space here. It folds out. Some tracing paper and a beautiful vintage lace pocket, some stamping, another tag with some sari silk, one of the images from the kit, and stamped with a rose on the back, stitched all around. And this page has a pocket with some vintage rosettes there, trim. I love this image. I think it's just so cute. All the ballerinas in a row. And it's just some note paper on the back that I tea dyed. And this is from one of the kits. Just some extra journaling space, stamped with a rose border on the side there. I love this Ballet Studio image. And this pretty trim. Some stenciling and script stamping. There's another decoupage card from the rice paper, backed onto mixed media paper. And we've got a beautiful journaling card made from some of the textiles, embellished textiles. I really hope you can see all the beautiful shine, the thread. These are just absolutely gorgeous. And I just backed it onto music paper, scrapbook paper, and stitched around. This is some more vintage lace in a blush color, and it says, the pin here with the charm says, I love ballet. Another shorter page with some beautiful trim, sequin trim and tulle, and just some tags with ballet slippers stamped on them. Lots of extra writing space in here. And a journaling card tucked into this little dress form. And this we have, what did I call it now? The double doily pocket. So what I did was I took a doily and cut it in half and then folded the two sides over. That's in another one of the video tutorials that we did. Some tags here, stamping on the back. I haven't put a ribbon on everything, but most of them I have. So there's a tag in the front here and then a tag in the back. Just a nice long narrow one. And another one of Sheila's gorgeous bead dangles. Thank you, Sheila. These are so beautiful. You know I love them. And in the center of this signature, we've got some ballet slippers and beads. These I got from Amazon. They come 3 in a package. Stamping, stenciling, some more vintage lace. And we've got a journaling card here, double-sided, with a dress form. Some tags, and the beautiful sequined trim, stamped with roses. And what I did was use a Martha Stewart paper edge punch. We've got an envelope here straddling this page, and I've got a couple of tags inside, these really thin, narrow tags. I think they're so cool. Lots of extra journaling space. And that just goes over the side here. Another journaling tag with a beautiful acetate or acrylic. You know what? I should look. There are these. They are they just call them clear. So they're quite thin. They're not thick like chipboard, but they're just so beautiful artistry. Some doilies on there and backed onto scrapbooking paper. Here's a beautiful violin stenciled onto here and some script stamping. This lovely rose trim, beautiful pink trim. This I believe I got at Renee Bouquets, but I've also got it at SM Tiffany Lane on Etsy. Beautiful digital image here. Some of this gorgeous vintage lace. It's just so beautiful. I love it. Stamped with a rose. A little journaling booklet with a modern ballet dancer stamp that I got. Some extra journaling space, some stamping. You can always journal right on top of the stamping. Tracing paper and a journaling card. Some of the banners, some stamping. just a little bit of the distress ink. I used walnut stain. I've been into that one lately. Just minor, not much of it at all. Some satin ribbon trim, vintage music paper, and this is modern lace, but I tea-dyed it so it would look a little more aged. And another ballerina with a pink ball pin. Journaling card from Stamperia, some script stamping, pocket from the digital kits, and some of the vintage rosette trim. This is also, this is vintage lace. I got that, a whole shipment of stuff that was vintage lace, and it's absolutely beautiful. I think I bought the lady out. I do use a lot of it. Stamped on the back with Natural Beauty, stitched around. I used pink thread for this project. This is just dotted scrapbooking paper and a beautiful ballerina clear die cut with a chiffon tag topper ribbon. Some more shimmer mist paper and some of that very delicate, very beautiful. Oh, actually, this is a different one. This is some other vintage lace that I've got in a super, super pale pink color. And this shorter page here has some of the trim from Sheila at Boho Daydreams. I love that color. Just absolutely beautiful. I loved it so much I had to order more right away too because I used it all up in this project. Beautiful vintage lace pocket with some vintage lace trim here and some stamping, a ball pin, pink ball pin with a ballet charm, ballerina charm, an envelope with a faux seal on it, and some more of these small, narrow tags for extra journaling space. I backed them onto parchment paper and stamped on the back, of course. Love this image. It's just so beautiful, and I really felt that this journaling card coordinated nicely with it. I've just done a vintage lace belly band here, a little bit of script stamping, and the image on this is just so beautiful. And it came from, the fabric came from part of a curtain that I've been using up, and I just left this trim on it because I thought the hem was just so unique even in itself. And there's some stamping of some beautiful ballet dancers stitched in the pink threads. And that is the end. Well, the husband's home and the dogs start barking right on the last page of recording the video, of course. So this is the end of the first journal. Got a beautiful embellished textile journaling card with these gorgeous stones. Backed onto music paper, stitched around, and used some fibers for a tag topper into the pocket here. And that is journal number 1. So what I'm going to do is stop the video and record the next one non-talking, because it's pretty much just a repeat of this one here. Inside, slight differences. But this is journal number 1, and I realize I did forget to show a little dangles in the middle of the signature, the first signature. So some beads, little ballerina, and a ballet slipper. Love it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.